Comprehensive Assessment Plan and Rationale, Meredith Jaskolka. This is an SRBI Reading Support Assessment Plan. The outcome of this plan is to successfully monitor the progress and growth of students receiving Tier 2 and Tier 3 reading support. The SRBI reading students receive 30 minutes of small group reading instruction daily for Tier 3 students, or 3 days out of a 6-day cycle for Tier 2 students. Students will receive instruction in phonics, both decoding and encoding, and in reading strategies. The school-wide assessments will be given by the classroom teacher. The first of these school-wide assessments is the NWEA MAP assessment. The NWEA MAP assessment measures a student's growth in the area of reading over time. The assessment is given 3 times a year as a universal screener for all students in a school. The assessment is a computer-adapted reading assessment. The second of the school-wide assessments is the Teachers College Running Records. The TC Running Records assesses a student's reading ability in the area of decoding, comprehension, and fluency. This assessment will be given approximately every 2 to 3 months throughout the year as a universal screener given to all students in a school. TC Running Records are given in a one-on-one classroom setting with the classroom teacher. The summative assessments will be given by the intervention teacher. Fountas and Pinnell Reading Benchmark Assessment. The F&P assesses a student's reading ability in the area of decoding, comprehension, and fluency. This is a similar assessment to the TC Running Record given by the classroom teacher. This assessment will be given at the beginning and end of each intervention period, 6 to 8 weeks, to determine student progress. The next of the summative assessments given by the interventionist will be the Quick Phonics Screener. The QPS measures a student's strengths and instructional needs in phonics and decoding skills. The QPS would be given as a pre-assessment for students entering into SRBI instruction and as a post-assessment given at the end of an intervention period, approximately 6 to 8 weeks. This assessment will measure student progress in the area of phonics and decoding. The formative assessments that will be given by the interventionist during the intervention period are the DIBELS Oral Reading Fluency. DIBELS Oral Reading Fluency measures a student's ability to read fluently orally. It also does a limited assessment of a student's retell. This assessment will be given to all Tier 3 intervention students weekly and Tier 2 intervention students once every 2 weeks. This assessment will be used as a progress monitoring tool to monitor student progress in reading fluency. The DIBELS Nonsense Word Fluency. The DIBELS Nonsense Word Fluency measures a student's ability to read nonsense words fluently. This assessment specifically measures a student's decoding of CVC nonsense words. This assessment will be given to all Tier 3 intervention students every week and Tier 2 intervention students once every 2 weeks. This assessment will be used as a progress monitoring tool to monitor student progress in decoding CVC nonsense words. The final formative assessment given by the interventionist would be the Teachers College Reading Conferences. The teacher takes notes during a reading conference to be used to make instructional decisions for individual students or small groups. The notes can discuss student strengths and weaknesses in decoding and comprehension. This assessment should be conducted once a week during a student's independent reading time. These notes can be used to inform instruction as well as monitor student progress in reading. The rationale for this comprehensive assessment plan. Multiple assessments are given and analyzed by classroom teachers and reading specialists to determine the best intervention services for each student. All students in the school are given several universal screening assessments. The data from both of these universal screening assessments are analyzed by the classroom teachers and support staff during an RTI Professional Learning Community team meeting. The reading staff administers several summative and formative assessments. The results of both assessments are analyzed to determine the student's SRBI intervention plan. During the 6 to 8 weeks of intervention, students will be given several progress monitoring assessments that will serve as formative assessments. When the RTI or SRBI PLC meets every 6 to 8 weeks, teachers will gather to discuss and analyze student progress. It is important that many aspects of a student's reading behaviors are analyzed to create a very individualized learning plan and intervention goals. The comprehensive assessment plan supports all RTI or SRBI students, from starting with universal screeners given to all students to summative assessments used to create RTI plans and instruction, and through formative assessments used throughout the intervention period to monitor and assess student progress on a weekly basis. Thank you.